when he signs up, he's really excited, but then life happens. He's out doing his jobs, he's texting clients, he's getting his equipment, and then 6 months down the road, he's kind of confused and he just calls up to cancel.
Hey, I'm Jeremy with Northwest. Today I'm joined by our Client Experience Director, Artie. Artie, simple question, but it has layers to it. How do you know if your customer service team is actually helping your client?
You can't only look at whether or not the call got answered or whether the email got closed. That stuff matters, but you have to make sure that you're actually making the customer's experience better because of what you did for them. Otherwise, you're just high-fiving yourself confidently.
Do you have a time that this played out here where you thought you solved the problem, but maybe there was something else that actually was going on?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of customers that they start off and they're really excited. Like we might have a landscape customer who calls us and wants to set up his business. He wants to look more official. He wants to have an address that is not his so he can stay private. And when he signs up, he's really excited, but then life happens. He's out doing his jobs. He's texting clients. He's getting his equipment. And he never publishes the phone number we gave him. He never sets up the website. And then 6 months down the road, he's kind of confused and he just calls up to cancel.
Yeah.
If we're just watching the queue, we take his call, we help solve the problem. He wants to cancel and we let him go his merry way. But if we actually care about him, we pay attention to what's going on with the business, we see that he didn't really ever use those tools. We can see that there was opportunity to help this guy that we missed out on.
And so by helping that guy, you're keeping him as a client and you're helping him himself grow.
Yeah, absolutely. We can take the time to say, hey, well, where is it that you're still needing help? Well, you don't have more customers. Maybe it's because you didn't ever set up the website we gave you to help you market. 80% of customers are more likely to buy from someone when there's a website. Or if you haven't set up that phone number, sometimes that can be a good way to legitimize your business. You can have your own voicemail and make sure you never miss a call from a client. So taking the time to understand whether or not they've actually benefited from the tools we sold, not just selling the tools and walking away.
All right, let's take a quick break and talk a pretty interesting fun fact. Have you ever wondered where thunder comes from? We all know it's associated with lightning, but did you know lightning's really, really hot? 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit, or 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. So as the lightning comes down, or technically up, it cooks the air around it so fast that it explodes outward. We're actually hearing the sonic boom created by the lightning. So next time you wake up in the middle of the night from a rumble of thunder, just know you're fine. All right, back to the interview. So someone else watching this, trying to create those meaningful relationships with their customers, maybe they're not doing the same thing we are. How are they going to make that step? What can they start doing today to make those relationships better?
I think you start asking yourself about what your customer's end goal in mind is. If you're a painter and you're showing up to paint people's houses, you don't just stop at, I sell you the paint that you need. Maybe you start talking to them about what kind of brush they're using. Maybe you start talking to them about the technique they're using and making sure that when they come and they buy from you, they don't just get a product or a service. They get somebody who actually helps educate them, helps them get a better result for whatever it is they're looking for. Then they'll come back to you.
It's the classic go above and beyond.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Artie, thank you so much for taking the time today. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe. If you'd like to see anything else, we have a team of experts around here and we can answer any question you may have. Drop those questions down in the comments below. We'll see you next time.